Welcome to Collaborative Growth Coaching Podcast. Hi, I'm Christine Baylor Goodlander.
And I'm Melanie Oliveri, and we're so glad you're here. This is a space for anyone who's ready to let go of what's holding them back, tap into their true potential, and create a life that feels meaningful and joyful.
Growth does not happen alone. It's about connection, support, and taking steps that feel right for you. Each week, we'll explore ways to shift your mindset, find clarity, and take inspired action toward the life you really want.
If you're ready to feel more confident, clear, and connected to your purpose, this podcast is for you. Let's walk this path together and discover the amazing possibilities waiting for you.
Welcome to Collaborative Growth Coaching, where your next chapter begins. Good morning, beautiful people. It's Christine and Melanie from Collaborative Growth. And this morning we have a special guest with us, Alexa Goodlander. She's in studio with me here, and she's going to talk to everybody about essential oils and how they can be used in your daily life to adjust your mindset and set you up for your goals. So good morning, Alexa. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on this morning.
So let's start right from the beginning. How did you get started using essential oils?
So I got started back in 2010 by someone that was already using essential oils. She had been using them for a few years, and I was in college at the time. So she introduced me to how they could help with stress and anxiety and the medicinal benefits that came with using the oils.
Very nice.
So for listeners who, like you, are new to essential oils, can you give them a little explanation of kind of what they are and how they work on different physical, emotional levels?
So essential oils are liquid. They are the aromatic compounds from the plants that they come from. And the chemicals that make up those compounds are what helps us on our physical and emotional levels.
Great. So what do you see as some simple ways that people can incorporate essential oils into their daily routine, using them for growth support, self-awareness, mindfulness, changing their mindset, trying to combat fear, limiting beliefs, things like that?
So I tell people when they're first starting out, use them in the morning. When you first get up, make them a part of your daily routine. We're going to use them during our meditation sessions to help bring in that calm, that peacefulness. We're going to use them throughout the day to support our bodies and our daily movements.
So what are some of your personal favorites for those kinds of things?
My personal favorites would be cinnamon, frankincense, clove, lavender, ylang ylang.
What would you use those for?
So I use them, lavender and ylang ylang, for relaxation and calming. Frankincense is great for balance. Cinnamon and clove are great for that uplifting nature.
We all need a little bit of that. So, what are some of the common mistakes that people make when they're starting out with essential oils? Especially when they're trying to do some inner work, and how would you avoid those kinds of issues?
So the biggest mistake that I see people making is the belief that everything is going to work instantaneously. You need to be able to give yourself time. It's just like adding anything else into your routine. You need to build that habit up. Uh, and they also don't understand that they don't need to use a lot of the oils. I see a lot of people that come in and they'll say they used 10 drops of something, and you really only need a couple of drops of the essential oil.
So we see essential oils sold everywhere. I mean, I can go to the Dollar Tree and they'll have, lavender on the shelf. And so what's the difference?
So a lot of the times, the ones sold at the big retail stores will actually contain more of a carrier oil than the actual essential oil itself. So you will not get the same effects.
So, okay. So I'm actually not getting what I'm paying for, basically, I got what I paid for. I paid $1.50. I got carrier oil. Beautiful. All right. So let's talk a little bit about safety and sourcing. Can you fill us in on how that happens?
Absolutely. So as far as the safety goes, uh, tell people never take the oils internally. Uh, we're going to use them topically and aromatically only. Use a carrier oil with some of the essential oils. So we're looking at things like cinnamon and clove that would be considered hotter oils. We're going to use that carrier oil just to help.
Okay.
So, can you tell us a powerful story about somebody's transformation, yours or one of your clients?
So I have a client that has been through the ringer in life. She's had horrific tragedies, one right after another, that have fallen her. She came to me because she wanted to change things. She wanted to be able to heal as things kept coming at her. So she has started incorporating the essential oils in her day to day life. So she uses them now every single day. And they have supported her in her day to day activities. So she has been able to help to cope with her emotions.
Nice. So for anyone who's listening this morning and feels inspired, but they feel overwhelmed, what would you say is the first step that they can take in using the oils for their own personal growth?
So if someone is overwhelmed, I see this a lot, and you can use some oils such as mint oils like peppermint or spearmint, floral, lavender, and ylang ylang, and incorporate them in to your day to day activities and put them right on your wrists. And that way, then you can get the effects and you can sniff your wrist if you need to help bring down that overwhelm, bring in that calm, get you back to center.
So is it something you should do multiple times a day? Like, do I have to reapply? And
So I tell people start off slow until you get used to them. I usually tell people 2 or 3 times a day. If you notice that the oils are maybe you're only seeing every couple hours and then things start to fade away and that overwhelm is coming back up, reapply to your wrist every couple of hours and see how you feel.
great.
So, I'm going to do a couple of rapid fire questions here. What's your favorite oil for confidence?
Peppermint and spearmint blended together.
What's your go to blend for relaxation?
Lavender, ylang ylang, and Roman chamomile.
And what's the most surprising oil benefit that you've experienced?
The fact that the oils have been able to help calm anything that I've had, any overwhelm, any stress.
Nice. So if you could leave our listeners with one message today about the powerful essential oils that they can use in their personal growth journey, what would that be?
To keep going with them, they will work for you. Not every oil works for every person the same, but keep going, keep trying new things until you find that combination.
Beautiful. Well, Alexa, we thank you for being with us today. And if you want to reach out to Alexa, her information will be on the end of this podcast to follow up with her. She is a certified aromatherapist, and she is in Williamsville, New York, so you can find her easily by following the instructions at the end of this video. Melanie, anything else today?
Thank you for being here, Alexa. Thank you for the information. I know essential oils can be really effective for people, so it's really good to get the word out to them.
Yes. So thank you very much, Alexa.
Thank you for having me on today.
We will see you in the next podcast. Until then, know that you are loved and keep dwelling in those limitless possibilities. And we will see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.